Hey everybody, it's Dana from Got Joy Creations. Today I'm back to show you a product that I picked up while I was in Charleston, South Carolina. Anytime I'm out of town, I like to find little craft stores, and I found these color pencils at Artist and Craftsman Supply. These pencils right here, they allowed me to test in the store, and I really like the touch and the feel of these pencils. It's a 12 pack and it comes in a lot of just the primary colors, but again, I really like the smoothness of these pencils. The tips on these are very soft. So I'm going to go ahead and grab an image already stamped off. This is just a flower stamp set. I believe this is from Great Impressions, and I heat embossed it with black embossing powder. So I'm just going to lightly color each one of the flowers in. You don't really need to press too hard with these pencils because I noticed that when you start laying down the color, you can either get it to be very vibrant with using less water or really translucent if you use more water. So I'm just going to randomly select colors here just to show you the difference of how these pencils work. So again, I'm using a very light touch here. I'm just putting really a dab of the color in each one of the petals. And for the last one, I'll just use the red. And I'm just going to scribble a little bit of that red into that flower. So again, you're going to see why I really like these pencils. I'm just going to grab my paintbrush, add a little bit of water, and look at the great color you get. Now, as you can tell, I did not use a lot of the pencil on these flowers. So as you can tell, you can get great coverage with just a little bit of the product. So let me bring this in a little bit closer so you can see it. Can you see that there? And as you can tell, I don't really have a lot of the pencil down. This one here, I'm going to show you if you use a lot more water, you're going to get a lighter color. So as you can see, once I start moving around that water, it kind of pulls up the color a little bit. So now let me go ahead and show you the yellow. See how bright that gets really, really quick? I have, like I said, I have several other color pencil sets, but I really like these. I think I like the smoothness of this pencil. And again, there's the orange. And remember, I told you only put like a spot of each of the orange in each one of the petals, and you can see how bright it gets. I'm going to go ahead and use the blue. No, actually, let me go ahead and do the green. Let me do the leaves. I'm going to do them in two colors. I'm just going to put some of the lighter green towards the middle of the leaves, and then I'm going to go ahead and right around the outside, I'm going to use right around the outside, right there. I'm just going to add a little bit of the darker green. Now again, remember I just said that you can get a very bright, vibrant color or a more translucent color, the amount of water that you use. So here I'm starting out with a lot of water. So, or actually, yeah, a lot of water. So you can see once I start laying that down, the more water I add, the lighter it's going to become. So as you can see, those petals towards the front are very light. Now look at the petals in the back. I didn't add any more water to my brush, so my colors are going to be darker. So again, you're going to get brighter color with less water, more translucent colors with more water. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill that one in there. And then I'm going to just go ahead and grab my blue, and I'm just going to add some water into my vases there. Or I guess those are mason jars. So as you can see, very light touch, very light touch. I don't need a lot of color on this. I'm going to go ahead and get some water on my brush, and look, it just blends so smoothly. And this paper here is the Tim Holtz watercolor paper. So it works beautifully with this paper. Now to get a more translucent look, again, I can add a little bit more water, and I'm going to be able to wash that color out even a little bit better. It's very smooth too. It's very smooth to the touch when you're doing this. So I just really want to give you a little bit of a close-up to see how that is done. Now, I'm going to do one thing here, and this is something I learned by trial and error. So if I want to get the colors a little bit darker afterwards, I'm going to go ahead and heat set this pencil. You don't have to heat set it for very long, but you just kind of want to get it dried, because if you try to go right back over it with the pencil, you're still going to lose the color. So I'm just going to show you on this orange flower there. I'm going to add back in just like a shadow, so I can get a little bit of darker color around one edge. And then I'm also going to add a little bit to the petals itself. So can you see there now I have like a nice shadow effect? And that is because I went ahead and heat set that first part to make sure that my paper was dry. And then I went back in just adding a little bit more of the color pencil into each petal. Again, I'm just going to use a fairly dry paintbrush and just dab in each petal. So now you can have like a kind of a shadow to your artwork as well with these pencils. So it's super easy to use. See the depth that I have, just a little bit of shadow on that one flower there. But I also want to show you a image I colored earlier. This image here was heat embossed with clear embossing powder. Love this card. And that ribbon there is from Really Reasonable Ribbon. It's for their fall colors. Love it. And I'm going to show you one more that I colored. Kind of the same image, a little pumpkin. Let me get that little piece of fuzz off of there. And I lined it up with some sequins. So as you can tell, I mean, these color pencils are awesome. Awesome. If you don't have color pencils and you don't know where to start, I would highly recommend getting this set here. It was, I believe, $11, so it was a really good bargain too. Well, that wraps up today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. My video software would not play nice for me today, so go ahead and make sure you check out my other videos on my YouTube channel. Make sure you follow my blog. See you guys soon. Have a great day.